Would it really be a Monday without a trailer tire going down? Nope. Hey guys, this is Nick with P&H Lawn Care, a solo operator here in East Tennessee. For those of you that are new to the channel and those of you that are subs, I welcome you back. Guys, if you're new to the channel, two things you need to know. I like to bring content for those thinking about going into lawn care, those already in lawn care for the first or second season. I don't candy coat stuff. I don't tell you start your business today, you're going to make $3,000 every week and how great it is. I try and give you more realistic situations and what we really deal with on a day-to-day basis in lawn care. Number two that you need to know about the channel, oftentimes I like to interact with you guys that are watching the channel. So I'll ask you for advice, because I think those of you that are just starting to watch the channel, there's a lot of guys that watch it that are pros as well, and I'll ask them, hey, drop a comment down there, because if somebody watching the video will read the comments, they can learn not only from what I'm bringing to you, but you can learn from other viewers as well. So that's very important. Also, I try my best to read every comment, and the ones that are worthy of a response, I try and respond to them. I don't get to all of them because sometimes I just miss them. All that being said, I'm sorry for a minute and a half ramble, but all that being said, a lot of times you guys will suggest something that you want to see for a video. This just so happened last night, so I thought it was a great idea and wanted to bring it to you. So, how do you separate the business from the family? Like, how do you keep your solo lawn care business over here and keep your family over here? How do you keep those two apart? So, I thought that was a excellent topic. So I wanted to dive into that, but he also gave me a two-part question. And the second part of the question is, how do you deal, or how do you feel about using your business truck as also your personal truck? I'm going to answer both those questions. I thought that was great content, because a lot of y'all probably have that same question. But I got a yard to mow, so I'm going to hop out and do this yard, and I'm going to answer these two questions in 5 different sections. I've already got it planned out up here, as long as I don't lose it. So let's get going, guys. All right, part one. Sorry about that. I've got an 11-year-old son, Hudson, part of P&H, Presley and Hudson Lawn Care, and ever since he was a real little boy, he's been wearing whatever P&H shirts I have. Whenever he was, I guess, 2, 3, 4, he had the little toy steel chainsaw, the little toy weed eater, and he'd go around, he was sawing up wood, and he was weed eating the yard, stuff like that. Then he got a little bit older, and he actually asked for a real gas blower for his birthday, which was, I think he was like maybe 8 or 9 at the time, and I got him an Echo handheld 2520 blower, and he would help me blow off sidewalk. Now since then, y'all have seen, I've posted videos of him with a 580T on his back, or I even put the 9010 on his back, and I put up a couple weeks ago him learning to use the whip, the 2620. I did a video of that, put it up on Instagram. So he's almost old enough. He probably is old enough. I'm just worried about his strength and his stamina at it. But all these years, he's wanting to learn. And as far as it is right now, whenever he gets older, he's going to learn, a couple of years older, he's going to learn how to run the whips, run the blowers, and then whenever he's a few years after that, we'll put him on a mower and stuff whenever he's ready, and essentially become my helper. And hopefully start, whenever he's in high school, junior and senior in high school, he'll start taking some of the weight off of me as far as the business goes, as far as the working goes. Last I checked, that was the plan. So that's part one. How do you separate the solo lawn care business from family? So part one, Hudson, yeah, he's all in as much as he can be right now, and going forward, he's going to be an integral part of it. So. Okay, so we got number two, part two. I have a daughter, Presley. Again, the PNH up here, okay? She's 19, in her second year at UT. Whenever I started my YouTube channel a few years back, I can't even remember now, 4 or 5 years back, maybe, if that long, me and her started it just for fun, just to see if we could get any views or anything like that, and just kind of something to do together. Well, she helped film a bunch of them, and then when she didn't film, of course I was filming out on the job site. Whenever I'd get home, she would do all the editing and all the posting. Okay, whenever I got Yard Book, she, because I'm old and tech ignorant, she helped me with Yard Book, helped me get all the customers in there. She's helped me do my books. She is essentially my administrative assistant. Even to this day, if I go do an estimate, I'll text her all the information, and she'll put them in. She'll put the customer or potential customer in Yard Book, and she'll send them the customer agreement. She'll email them the customer agreement, and she's doing that from an hour and a half away. So she still plays her role in PNH Lawn Care, even though she's not even in town. So not only that, I can be talking about a customer or a property, and she knows exactly who it is. It cracks me up. I was talking about one the other day while we were having dinner, and she's like, "Oh, Mrs. Da da da." So she knows the customers, knows the address, knows where the properties are. She, not essentially, she is my administrative assistant. So there's number two of how are we separating your solo lawn care business from family. Part three. Y'all like how I do this. My wife, she's my chef. Let's see, she makes sure that I have breakfast as I go out the door every morning of the week. She makes sure I have lunch and snacks every day that I go out all week, so I'm not spending all that money at fast food restaurants and gas stations. I've told y'all before, I go to Sam's and do the Gatorades and waters and stuff like that. And she does meal prep usually on Sunday, so I'm good to go. I've got fuel for the body for the week. My nurse, every time I get hurt, which is quite often, she deals with that. Worries to death every time I go out the door. My errand runner, because we're always out in the field and there's so much stuff that we have to get done, but we usually can't get it done until it's a rainy day or something like that. So because we're out, go, y'all know how it is. So she runs and does everything that I'm not able to do because I'm out working, all while being a mom, running our 11-year-old to school, to football, to basketball, all that stuff that moms do. I could go on about what all she does. So she is also a big part of P&H Lawn Care. So both the kids and the wife contribute to P&H Lawn Care, and without their contributions, it'd be hard for me to do it, guys. So I got to do this one. Yeah, we have hills here in East Tennessee, so let's knock this one out. So I guess what I'm saying for part 4, you've seen this on a lot of signs and stuff, family owned and operated. P&H Lawn Care is family owned and family operated. Guys, we're working 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, and most weeks, 6-day weeks, and it's hard to do. They're near impossible to do everything that goes into this by yourself, completely by yourself. I know there are people out there like you that do it, but any help is appreciated. So if it's somebody helping you out with the bookkeeping, meal prep, running and doing stuff you can't do because you're at work, it's all appreciated, and it feeds the business. So I guess what I'm saying is, in my household, there really isn't a separation between family life and P&H life, because P&H is kind of the family's life. I mean, it's what supports us, what keeps us going. And do we talk about it around the dinner table? Yes. Is it talked about quite often, especially since I have a YouTube channel? Most definitely, because everybody, how's the channel doing? That video get views? So if we're not talking about the YouTube, we're talking about how the day went. How many did you get done? Like, whenever I come in at night, sit down to eat dinner, what was the number today, Daddy? My son always wants to know, how many you got done today? Did something happen? Did you have a flat tire like this morning that kept you from getting them all done? So, yeah, P&H is family owned and operated. So should you find some separation between the two? Yeah, because I'm sure my wife and kids get sick of hearing about it. But by the same token, they have a lot invested in it as well, because it's our baby, for lack of a better term. So if y'all separate it better than I do, let me know. If you kind of live the same way that we do, let me know that too. I've got one more yard, and then I'm actually done in time that will probably get to see Hudson play most of his football game tonight. So I'm going to knock this one out, and driving to his game, we'll cover the 5th thing, which is personal truck being your work truck. How you feel about it? All right, let's go, guys. Let's knock this one out. All right, so here's the deal on work truck being personal truck. I don't even unhitch it until usually Saturday night. I work almost every Saturday, but I always take it Sunday and cleaned up and back, all that stuff. So, and there's a running, I say it to be annoying to my wife and kids. It's one of those kind of like a dad joke, but it's between us, how dads like to be annoying. I always forget how much fun it is to drive this truck when there's not a trailer behind it. It's just something I say just to get on their nerves. I do it every week. So, yes, I would like to have a personal truck separate from my work truck, but I don't think I would have a 3/4 ton truck for my personal truck, just to have a truck, because number one, I don't make that kind of money. Whenever I see people driving 3/4 ton trucks that don't use them for work at all, unless they're retired and towing a fifth wheel with it. I'm like, okay, all right, but to each his own. I mean, if I had tons of money, would I? Yeah. But do I see it sensible on a daily basis? No, I really don't. But I would like to get to drive this truck for my personal use more often. But I'm working all the time, so I get to drive it. But it's not as much fun with the trailer behind it. What would I get? What would I like to get? I've looked at it the past 3 years at Expo. I go to it every year since the first year I saw it. I'll be back there again this year looking at it, and it's a cab over. I don't think it's an Isuzu, actually. I think it's a Chevy. I can't remember the name of the business, but they're there every year. But it's a cab over truck with a box on the back, and that thing, I fell in love with it. It's got a space in between the cab and the box to put debris, and you can unload it on the side. Like, you can load branches, and like how I always have junk in the bed of my truck, like where I trimmed hedges or whatever. You can actually, it has a place behind the cab of the truck to put that, and it's so tall and wide. Yeah, I'm sure you could fit quite a bit in it. And then it's a box in the back, which y'all know I love my enclosed trailer. So that's what I would love to have. And then keep this truck and get a dump trailer for whenever I do my landscaping jobs in the spring and the fall and leaf removal and all that. Ideally, that's where it would be, but alas, I'm a solo operator, so those are just dreams that let's put it this way, they're goals that I'd like to work, that I'm working towards. It's going to take a while, and unless I get some employees, I probably won't be able to make that much money to do all that. And then there comes the, well, where are you going to put it? Because y'all have seen at my house, whenever I park the truck and trailer in it, it takes up the whole driveway anyway. So, but that's that. So that's how I feel about my personal truck being my work truck. It's really my work truck that occasionally I get to use for personal, which is annoying because whenever I get home at night and I got to run somewhere, honey, can I take the van to go blah, blah, blah. So, and then I mess up her seat and she gets annoyed with that. So, but whenever my daughter's home, I ask her because I love driving my old Silverado that's hers now. Guys, family owned and operated P&H Lawn Care, and that's how I feel about my personal truck. I actually got done in time today. I'm going to be able to catch half or maybe a little bit more than half of my son's football game. That's where I'm heading right now. So let me know what you guys think, and I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up. Love it even more if you'd subscribe. And as always, guys, it's Monday, so we're going to have a lot of fun and exciting times this week. So I will catch you on the next one, all right? Have a good one, guys.